All right, you should be live any second. And here we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, Barn on 11970. And as always, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. It is 2:54 p.m. on the 22nd of January 2017, and of course, that is Eastern Standard Time. And yet again, the propaganda criminal news network known as CNN has posted yet another fake article that sadly, especially the millennial generation, believe in. I've seen this posted all over Facebook. I don't have Twitter and any of those other accounts. I even, I'm surprised I have Facebook. I just use it basically to promote my massage, my Oregon Pyramid, and my DJ business. But this is the photo that CNN actually aired saying this was at full peak hour how many people showed up for the Donald Trump inauguration. This right here is the real photo. Now, if you look, it's completely filled all the way back to the Washington Monument. Now, I had to try and crop the photo a little bit so you could see it a little bit better. But this is what happens. How they are still allowed to be a news source, quote unquote, is beyond me. Now, they had their first meeting yesterday. It was a live broadcast. It was only 6 minutes long, with the person that speaks for Donald Trump. I forget what his name is. They did a little thing yesterday calling out CNN and proving that it was a lie. So I really think what should happen is CNN and other media caught lying should be either penalized or taken off the air. But see, what the sad thing is, I cannot blame CNN for being a liar. What I can blame are the people who believe in lies without verification. And the sad thing is, I'm seeing all of these protests from supposedly a side that talks about harmony and division, I'm sorry, and unity and togetherness and acceptance, and yet they are rioting in the streets. If you see the posts of people, they're saying that, you can only be a white fascist Nazi and a misogynist if you voted or even liked Trump. I mean, the hatred and division from the left and especially these millennials, it's quite sad how uneducated people are and how, like I warn people, they base things solely on emotion. And the picture I showed where it was three-quarters empty, that photo was taken about 6 hours beforehand. Keep in mind, it was raining a little bit as well. So, of course, that's going to keep people from forming too early. But that is the complete picture. And you cannot blame stupid people for doing stupid things. But you can blame the smart people or the people that have the ability to be smart. They just don't tend to want to use their brains anymore, who believe in things without verifying. Now, I made that mistake back on my original channel when I almost just believed everything I heard. Then you have to start researching things and look into things. That's why I show about the United States of America being a corporation. I actually show actual parts of written government documents that prove, and they say it themselves, that the United States is indeed a corporation. I have videos that show this proof. I have Black Law Dictionary legal definitions of words that people just assume are just regular words. There's a reason why politicians call you citizens all the time. And if you don't know what the legal definition of the word citizen is, it's your fault to not research it. And that's the problem. This is what happens in a world where people are dependent on other people or other sources for their information. And my thing is, if you want to get information from other people, that's fine. But at least verify it, just for the very least to know if something that you have been told or shown is true or accurate. Because it doesn't always have to be lies. Sometimes people can just make a mistake. But I see post after post on my Facebook of people talking about, oh, it's so unfair to the LGBT community. Like, for somehow everything was peaceful before Trump all of a sudden wanted to become president. Does anybody remember the mass shooting that happened? I believe it was either Orlando or Miami. Forgive me if I get it wrong. It's one of the two. Who was president when that happened? Why is it Obama gets such a free pass? Because if you say anything bad about Obama, then automatically you're attacking his race and his color and not what he did or did not do. So the hypocrisy of people is just amazing. And people are going to get what they give. If you spend your whole life just believing every single thing you're told, is it any wonder why we're in the situation that we're in? You cannot have a cause. If you want to be on the left and believe in certain things, that's fine. But if you believe in unity, if you say you believe in harmony, if you believe in togetherness and that we should all get along, well, then why are you rioting in the streets? Why are you posting propaganda? Why are you so angry and full of hate? Do as I say, not as I do. That's what seems to be the motto of this world. And unless we can smarten up, it could show how easily through emotion, how they could steer people towards their agenda of division and separation and hatred. This is our own faults. And the sad thing is, the people that this is geared to will probably never even know this video exists, let alone hear it. So if people want to keep looting in the streets, if people want to keep, even on our side, if we want to just keep looking the other way and saying, oh, well, I don't want to rock the boat, I'm afraid to say anything, well, we're allowing evil to happen. Remember, evil thrives when good people do nothing. And that's why throughout the years, I have been a voice, hopefully, of reason. Hopefully trying to show that I don't let fear stop me from doing what I feel is right. We need more people educating these people, not hating and calling names and back and forth. Two wrongs do not make a right. Lead by example. Why is this something that we as adults have to be reminded? I mean, the first world problems we have now. I saw a video just the other day that Scarlett Johansson was speaking at the Women's March protest the other day. And she was talking about how she didn't specifically say it, but if you research, at 15, she got pregnant and had an abortion. But she didn't say what it was. She said she had a situation happen at 15. She went to Planned Parenthood for a treatment. That's what she said. Go look it up yourself. Just look up Scarlett Johansson's microphone cut out in the middle of speech. And she said she got a treatment. Like a baby living inside her stomach is a disease. And the people cheer because they still worship these propagandists, these liars. So she couldn't say, well, I had a baby growing inside me and I had a doctor go and rip the limbs off that baby until it was dead and threw it in the trash so I can make sure that one day I would have a lucrative movie deals. No, she called it, I had a treatment. No, when you get rid of a mole, that's a treatment. When you get rid of a baby, I'm sorry, it's murder. What's the difference between killing a person outside a womb than killing a person inside a womb? And we use all these wonderful things like, oh, it's freedom of choice. Okay, so then go murder somebody on the street and say, well, it's just my freedom of choice. Or have a baby, because if you want to say, well, it's in my body, I can do what I want. Okay, you're saying it's part of you. Okay, so when the baby's born, and I don't recommend this, please don't do it, but what if they murdered a baby and said, well, it was mine, came out of my body, I can do whatever I want with it? You cut your hair off, it falls to the ground, you could do whatever you want with it. So why can't you do the same? What's the difference? But yet that's the side that talks about unity and how we need gun control and, we need better ways and kumbaya. I believe in all that stuff too, but, you can't say all should have the right to live unless you're not born yet. And you just say nice words like, oh, well, I had a treatment. Then you have a women's march, and somebody posted the most ridiculous sign in this women's march, that somebody held up a sign, and this is a real sign, that said, you know, they should have to pay for razors if we have to pay for tampons. Do women not know that men shave too, and we actually do pay for razors? Do you know in Obamacare that men also, they have to pay for abortions in the Obamacare program and for pregnancies? When was the last time a man ever had an abortion or ever got pregnant? Do they not notice that? I mean, this is the thing. This is why people get angry on both sides. It's because the intelligence level of people that are supposed to be smart, in a day of technology, we are becoming dumber and dumber. And the sad part is you can find any bit of information on the computer, and people are too lazy to even do that. I've had videos where I said, here, click this link. I have done the research. I have provided the link, and all you have to do is click on it, and it will take you to where you need to go to learn something. And do you know how many people will not do that? It's very sad. So it's showing that my stream is offline. Oh, well, that's good, because they love messing with me, because it shows that I'm on the right path. But apparently I'm a voice of reason, and they don't like that. So we can continue to hate, we can continue to riot, we can continue to want to hurt one another, we can continue to be hypocrites, we continue to stay silent, and then wonder what path we're leading down. Or we could fix this and save it before we get 1984 into, instead of being a movie, being a documentary of things to come. It's all your choice. It's all about choice. I refuse to stay silent. We will not go quietly into the night. So they like to mess with my feed, so I'm going to end this video now. I want you guys to start talking to each other, start communicating with people, and stop communicating by yelling and screaming at each other and calling each other idiots. It solves nothing. If you're being called an idiot, you're not going to sit there and say, oh, really? Please explain why. Help teach me your ways, O master. Find a better way. Because they want you to fight. They want you to be divided. They want you to beat each other up. They want you to loot and riot in the streets. They want you to be living hypocrites. So they could sit back, and while you guys are all fighting amongst each other, trying to put your principles out to someone else, saying, if you don't believe in what I believe, there's something wrong with you, instead of saying, wait, that person's allowed to believe anything they want. Even if it's different from me. Doesn't mean I have to hate them for it. And I've said this numerous times. I don't believe in the gay lifestyle. But that doesn't mean that I have the right to stop anybody from doing it. It's just like, I don't like cauliflower. Does that mean I should ban cauliflower and not allow other people who love it have it? No, it just means I don't like it. It doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's not my taste. I think Obama was a horrible president, just like I know Bush was a horrible president. Doesn't matter, one was white, one was black. I care about what they do, what they say, what they don't do. Putting race into something is just an excuse to not look at facts and just massage your own ego. It's sad. So unfortunately, my feed keeps getting cut out. This is what they do. If you want to share it, that's fine. If you want to like it, that's fine. If you want to be one of those losers that come here just to thumb down my videos because that's your achievement for the day, by all means, please do that. At least you're not robbing anyone out in the streets. So that's your sad life. Please do. So if we want to continue to be divided, you're going to get what you deserve. The lying's got to stop. And CNN, shame on you. Shame on anyone that allows them to still be on the air. And it's sad that people still watch them, but obviously they still do. So thank you very much for listening. I always appreciate those that take the time to hear what I have to say, even when the YouTube channel screws with my live feeds. They love to make sure it's frustrating for people, so thank you for sticking around. And don't forget to have your trolls spayed or neutered.